Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, going to go over a little bit of technical analysis from ZNOG, ticker symbol ZNOG, explain what in the world happened, why we dumped as soon as we hit to 9 cents, and kind of go over where I think it may continue to go from here. So before we get into it, just a reminder, not a financial advisor, make sure that you do your own research. Also, if you find value in the video, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy our content. Hit the notification bell, that way YouTube can let you know every time we release new content. So let's get into it, guys. So ZNOG started to move at about the 6 cent mark and started poking its head up. And then we had that updated email from ZNOG explaining when they expect to have boots on the ground and all that type of stuff. And then it just started going straight up from there, okay? And hit all the way basically right at tip top of the fib level, which I'm going to tell you why that's somewhat encouraging, or at least the short term, if we can hold at a certain level. All right, so it did go to 9 cents, and as soon as he got there, it took a pretty decent little dump. As you see here, we're at 0.07195. So let's take a look at why that happened. And what can potentially happen from here on out. So a couple of things. Technically speaking, we're super overvalued on the 180-day 4-hour time frame, and typically what that means is you're overbought and people are going to start selling out and get some people taking profits, and the price will fall down. And especially at this price point here, a lot of people came in and averaged down about right here in the 5s, maybe 4.5s, pretty significantly. That way they can exit at about the 10 mark, because it might have been pretty close to a break even for them, or some of them even may have come in and taken some profits at that point. Okay, the good thing is, in my opinion, a couple things. So we did hit the golden cross breakout indicator for the 180-day 4-hour time frame at about 0.0922. You see the little arrow pointing here, and it's matching up with this indicator here. So we're pretty close to getting a breakout and increase in price. However, for the short term, I do think we're going to fall down to maybe, basically where we are now, and find some support at hopefully closer to the 8 cent mark. Because if you look, it almost looks not necessarily a cup and handle. It would have been kind of nice if this was down here, but if, as you see, it fell down all the way like into the 6s, and we had some buy orders come in and push the price up. So I think today is going to be a good indication of where we go from here. If we hold in the 7s, like even all the way down to right at about 7, that's not extremely terrible, considering the amount of volume that came in to sell. Okay, that means people are coming in and buying at that level, and then we can maybe slowly, increasingly start moving back up and break through, and eventually to that 10 cent mark. If we could actually get to the 10 cent mark, or even higher, the 12 cent mark, that is potentially a bullish sign for a little bit longer term. For the longer term, if we look, this is dating back to January 1st, 2020. As you see, $1.74, that tip top that we have on that time frame. However, we do need to start moving up rather soon if this is actually gonna happen and kind of fulfill itself and do what I think it potentially could do. As you see here, we came down, and we've just been trading basically at this level for the longest time, for the last couple of years, around this channel, anywhere from 4.5 cents to 41 cents. So with that being said, if we start making a move to the upside, then our first level of resistance would be 41 cents, 69 cents, about 90 cents, 109, 134, 174. And as you see here, we got some pretty big buy signals. These two lines here are getting closer and closer together. This is the longer term golden cross breakout indicator. We're going to see a drop before, obviously, we move up higher, because of the fact of both in the short term and the long term, we are overbought. So we are going to fall down and find some support somewhere, and then hopefully continue to move higher. But we need to, like I said, start making our way up and looking to, get past some of these resistance levels if we're going to take that seriously and have a big, potentially cup and handle pattern from this large time frame. So it's going to be obviously off of potential speculation of what the company has coming to make that run happen before they release any type of news, because you know as well as I do, delays can happen, and you know it's never when they say things are going to happen. So it would be kind of nice if things start picking up. And if you remember here, guys, this is the big run came from speculative runs. You know, when they said that they purchased the rig, started moving up, and they said that the rig was en route to go to Israel, started moving up, and it just continuously kept going up, and it shot up all the way to $1.74. And that was basically off of speculation, and that typically is what happens. And I think around here was the same thing, or somewhere around here. I forgot which year it was, either last year or the previous, the annual shareholder meeting. The price started running up all the way to like 40 something cents, all because everyone thought they were going to announce some type of result from the MJO2. And then when they came on and said that nothing was happening, and it crashed it right back down. So that's the real thing I'm watching now, is if we fall down to about the 7-cent mark, do we recover and bust through the 10-cent mark next? That's going to be the next big price that we need to get through. And then, in my opinion, if we get to roughly about, I think 12, maybe 12 cents, these two lines here are going to basically be meeting. And then that golden cross breakout indicator could be crossing over from bearish to bullish, which means we could see a longer term spike in price, which would be very, very interesting for Zion Oil and Gas. So let me know your comments below. I'll give you an updated technical analysis on Friday once we have a couple of days to kind of watch this and see what the market does. Other than that, we'll catch you in the next one.